just a menace.
You talk about gratitude. Why is gratitude so important to you? And has gratitude? Sorry, I'm like I just want to fucking know.
I might go for it.
And do you think gratitude's got something to do with your ego as well? Because I'm really struggling with my ego at the moment. I can feel it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a level of self-awareness, which is cool. And it's not anything, I say like anything, but self-awareness is cool, but it's what you do with that kind of. That's what I've found over the years to be the critical thing around it, So and gratitude was maybe the first thing I heard of, which kind of made sense. There's lots of things. We've already mentioned about the language used in sobriety, and whether people go down the therapeutic avenue and getting counselling and kind of looking at past traumas, etc., or like you said, the resentments and about he done that or she done this, or I wouldn't be like this if it wasn't for that. And, all that kind of really complex, okay, how am I going to start to sift through on a micro level? Because otherwise it can just be too overwhelming. So how can I kind of start to deal with my shit, I suppose?
Yeah, cleaning your house.
Yeah, cleaning your house, all that kind of stuff, which is very, 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 very important. Because if you're like me, there are consequences to your behaviour, to your using, to your drinking, whatever that is.
There's a lot of guilt and shame.
It's huge, and now are massive, huge, gigantic emotions, mate, that kill a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because people can't...
Shame must be a massive killer.
Mate, it's huge, one of the biggest, and it's big stuff. And so to go there and to start to approach this stuff and to kind of look at it...
Painful. Very
painful. No one really wants to go there in an ideal world. Everyone wants to escape from it. So to get back to the gratitude thing, is that was the first thing that was kind of suggested to me, which felt attainable. I was like, okay, so what are you grateful for? Kind of just write it down, wherever it is. You ain't got to overthink this stuff. And then you've got my house and sobriety and, X, Y, and Z at that time, early doors, or for rehab or, et cetera, et cetera.
Or your wife or your kids.
Yeah, I didn't have them then, but later on. So it just become achievable, and if you need to start anywhere, start with gratitude. So it was the first thing that I kind of thought, okay, this seems to be working for me. As you've already mentioned, quite rightly so, if you stay in your head, then more often than not, you're going to be fucked, because you can justify things up here. It can become overwhelming. The fear sets in. What could I do? How should I do it? Where should I go? What should I... All this becomes very, very noisy. And so to kind of, settle that noise down and to kind of get practical, get fucking pen. Phones weren't really a better. Nokia 8210s were about in them days. So, but still, just to get a paper and pen, strip it back to basics, and to start to write a gratitude list. Then you've got something like a solid foundation to build upon. And then you can enter into the conversation around, okay, well, I've got fuck all to be grateful for. What have I got to be grateful for? He's got that, or she's got that, or I've lost this. It's like, that's not what we're saying here. It's just like, even if there's always something to be grateful for. I'm lucky enough to have 2 arms and 2 legs. I can see, I can hear. So that's nothing. That's nothing to belittle. It might not be. I'm not great. I haven't got a yacht yet, or I haven't got. So it's just like, okay, start from there. That's not a bad place to start. And then let's build the foundations. Let's start to kind of get into the positive habit of it. So yeah, gratitude was a gateway for everything for me. It just kind of started to tip then some of the darkness that I had, and started to kind of balance things out, because I thought I was useless. And like I said, my self-esteem. I wasn't doing this esteemable acts, and my self-esteem was, of course, going to be shit. I had no evidence to suggest that I was any good, because I was a liar, I was a thief, I was a fucking dishonest, using. That's all I cared about. That's all I wanted to do all day, every day. How can I get it? When I had it, how can I get... And like I said, I had no structure, no discipline. What I wanted to do work-wise, surrounded by fear.
Menace is sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Just a menace. Menace is sobriety. Just a menace.